Rather than argue about which is right or wrong, let's look at another perspective, one which people on both extremes of belief will vehemently disagree with. Is it possible that both stories are one and the same, and their links are veiled in the allegories which are the hallmarks of the Bible? For one, both accounts agree that before the beginning there was nothing, no space, no time, no matter. The events that create the universe created time, space, and matter. Though evolution does not know for sure what energy caused these events, the Bible tells us it is caused by energy from God's will as He declares the universe into existence. They also both agree that the times of day and seasons were not established like they are now at the beginning. According to evolution, the length of days at the beginning were very short, while according to the Bible, to God, time is immaterial. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8 states, "But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day." In other words, when the Bible says the first day, what exactly does it mean? Could it have been a regular 24-hour day, another time period, or even an era? The first step of creation according to evolution took over 8 billion years. Could this have been the first day referred to by the Bible? Another important thing to look at is that in both narratives, there was a specific order to how things came to be. Reasonable enough, both agree that the first thing formed was the galaxy. And how does the existence of the galaxy manifest, if not the separation of the vast darkness from the faint glow of the galaxy? On the second day, waters begin to differentiate according to the Bible, while in the second phase of planetary evolution, the Earth is being terraformed by magma and a barrage of rocks from outer space, including the planets which later become the moon, and also the beginning of the formation of the waters and the atmosphere. Basically, this second period shaped what would later become water bodies on Earth and the skies. This terraforming would extend to the next period where land masses began to form. Another striking point is how God was said to have separated the land from the waters, declaring that each be gathered in a place. This bears striking similarities to the theory that land started off as a single huge land mass, which was later separated. The next step was the beginning of life in water and how it evolved to land creatures and plants. Evolution describes it as a long and slow process, while the Bible summarizes all that caused it and the process in 1 or 2 sentences. Evolutionists claim that these changes were brought about by natural selection. But could this have been God's selection, giving the cells the push in the right direction towards achieving what He wanted to create? Man. Every step of evolution led to different species and eventually man. Man is currently the peak of evolution, with the most developed reasoning. Creation also has man as the end stage of creation, with all creatures made from simplest to the most complex by the Creator. It is also notable that man takes dominion, or is given dominion, over every creature and species eventually. According to evolution, as the first hominids evolved, they learned to dominate all around them, even creatures bigger than themselves. While according to the Bible, dominion was given to them, probably gradually. After all, it was unlikely that all the creatures in the world would be named in one day. It is reasonable to mention another event in Genesis which mirror what man has achieved and the atrocities committed. According to the Bible, man was without knowledge of good and evil before they disobeyed God. Afterwards, they grew in curiosity, knowledge, and were able to make tools and weapons to kill and destroy. Even though a lot of good has come from the knowledge and technology that humans possessed, more creatures have died at the hands of human inventions than the natural causes, barring old age. If early man, according to the theories of evolution, was nowhere near as enlightened and curious as we are today, and similarly Adam and Eve were also initially without knowledge, then the story of creation, if it was handed down to them by the Creator himself, is very likely to have been summarized and simplified to one which he would understand easily and can be passed on to the next generations. Rather than explain the intricacies of how molecules were created and interact, and how cells were developed and built, he would simply tell them that they were created. Though many may not believe this view, but this is the middle ground that believers in science and God like myself take. Whether you agree with it or not, it is a plausible explanation.